It's the Aloha Shirt Psychic. Go and grab your lei. His name is Mel Doerr. He keeps our stress at bay. And every week he goes live on the internet to read on all of your political comments. It's the Aloha Shirt Psychic.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mel Doerr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic, and we've got the wonderful Kevin Chandler in the house. Kevin Vibrations. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Mel. Good to see you.
Same here.
You have a good holidays?
Well, you know, we
chatted about this.
We didn't go to Ohio because there was an illness. One of the relatives got ill and was not able to host, so we stayed in Chicago. But we did go with my cousin to an Italian restaurant that was open on Thanksgiving, and the food was excellent. Yay! So it was a nice Italian meal. So I was like, you know what, I'm not much on turkey, so it was nice to have an Italian meal. I'm like, yeah.
Well, and we had all that snow and weather too coming up, so it would have been probably not a very pleasant drive home.
And we're having a heat wave here. Let me see. I can tell you what the temperature is. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I don't know how accurate these are, but okay. So right now it is a balmy 9 degrees. And it's supposed to get down to 3 degrees. So
it's cold here in Ohio too. So
what's the temperature by you guys?
I don't know. It was a little chillier earlier. Pull it up. 19 degrees. So you got us beat a little bit.
Got you beat a little bit. So everybody, for tonight, we're taking questions pertaining to national and international events.
Yes.
Please put them in all caps so we can see them. Anyway, a little housekeeping here. I've got one deck on my Danube cruise has sold out, but I do have space available for around 8 more people. So if you're interested, give our office a call, 847-590-5411, and that trip departs May 10th. I've got openings for Iceland in August to see the eclipse, and also openings for the Galapagos in September. So if you're interested, call us. We'll hook you right up. I'll guarantee you one thing: you have the time of your life. Thank you to Androniki. Here again, Androniki. It's saving my hands this winter because every winter my hands get so chapped, and it's wonderful stuff. So check it out. Andrew-Niki.com. And Kevin and I are going to be planning something in Gettysburg for next year.
Yeah.
Ghost hunting. I'm excited about that.
It'll be a good time.
It seems like I'm missing something, and I don't know what it is I'm missing, but what can I say? Okay. Okay, so Kevin, what's up with you?
Well, I just finished up my first master level class teaching, which was a wonderful time. And I'll just say I love teaching, but I don't know, teaching the master level class and you're teaching living on through your students. I don't know, something really special about that. So I've been preoccupied with that. Just finished it up over the weekend. I do have 2 Holy Fire Level 1 and 2 classes in January. The dates are January 10th and 31st for the first class. Second class is January 11th and February 1st. It's 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern for both days, so they're pretty long, thorough classes. But I think it's anybody's thinking about taking Reiki or wanting to feel empowered for 2026, I'd love to have you. You can go to my website, Kevin's Loving Vibrations, and sign up or send me any emails send me an email with any questions. And I think besides that, I do have a Reiki share this Saturday from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It is a virtual Reiki share, so you do have to be a level 2 Reiki practitioner. But if anybody would like to join for that, you can sign up on the website as well.
There you go.
That's it.
All right. Somebody asked, our current event questions include personal? No, we're not doing personal questions today. We're only doing current event questions. Oracle Mondays. I answer personal questions, not every Oracle Monday, in the evenings for members, but so we'll answer members' questions first and then everybody else's. So that is 2 Mondays a month, but it's not this coming Monday, it's Monday after that. So tonight we're only doing political and current events, okay?
Yeah.
But please, everybody, put your questions in capital letters so we can see them, okay?
I think it makes it easier if we just read on one topic so that people watching that want to tune into the politics don't have to hear a bunch of personal readings.
Right, exactly. Okay. Let's take a look here. I'm just starring things real quick, Kevin.
No, good. I was actually working on that myself, and you're grabbing it for me. If you want to get started, I can get some of these questions.
There you go. Okay, so let's get started. And give me a second. I just gotta. Oh, here we'll go. We'll do it this way. Okay. All right, Georgia Peach. Hello, Georgia Peach. How are you? When will student loans be forgiven? Not while Citolini is in office.
Right. Actually, I think Georgia Peach joined my show with Kevin Lewis, and I saw him in the chat. Hey, Kevin, yesterday, and we actually read on student loans too. We said there's a little bit of a wait, but I do see some debt relief in the future. But I agree. Not while Trump's in
once Citolini's out of office, my feeling is then, and once Vance is gone, then you will see relief. So there you go. Tonight, if you want to put money as a sticker, I'm not soliciting. When you donate money that way, YouTube only gives us half, but what happens is, like if you donate $10, we get $5. But what I do is I go ahead and donate the whole amount to a charity. Last time I donated it to, let me see here, Chicago Youth and Family Services is feeding the poor. But tonight's donations will go to the Institute of American Indian Arts. And they do wonderful stuff for Native people and also helping people who have special needs. So it's a great place, Institute of American Indian Arts. I think they're in New Mexico, and it's very, very worthy. So that money tonight will go to them. So there you have it.
Nice.
So I want you to know when you give money for a super sticker, we don't keep that. I don't keep the money. I donate it to a charity, a reputable charity. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Okay. So student loans being forgiven, I see the number 3. So it's not 3 months, it's not 3 weeks. I think it's in about 3 years, but they will be forgiven. So
yeah, like 2028 feels a little bit better.
Right.
Yeah, maybe 2027. I just heard.
And I've got a funny feeling there's going to be, everybody's asking about Tennessee, even though they said that the Democrat didn't win. The bottom line is because there was such a much narrower margin, because Trump took that district huge, but this time it was a very narrow margin. And to me, even though the Democrats, they said the Democrat lost, it's a win for the Democrats because it shows that a lot of people, Republicans included, are tired of the BS with the Trump dictatorship. So yeah. I think that's a bellwether of what's coming during the midterms. Even though SCOTUS today, I think it was Alito, he stayed a lower court's ruling. The lower court says that Texas could not use the gerrymandered map, the redrawn map. and Alito put a stay on it until after the midterms. So
Imagine that.
what is he in? But I think then other states, Democratic states, are going to redraw their districts and put it on the ballot. And let's see what SCOTUS has to say about that. So
I'm really not all that worried about the Texas maps. I mean, it's unfortunate for those districts that they're going to, not represent their constituents by the gerrymandering. But the thing is as we saw, the margins are going to be a lot leaning more blue. So if you gerrymander too much, those blue districts have to go somewhere. And so you make even some of the safe seats more competitive. So I almost feel it backfiring for Texas. And I feel more blue states changing their maps too. I think Virginia's talking about it. I think even New Jersey. I see California being able to change their maps. So I'm not really worried about it.
well, I think they had a lot of, a lot of chutzpah, a lot of guts, because they filed suit against California, saying that California shouldn't redraw their maps, but yet it was okay for them to do it, and they didn't even put it to the vote. It's just the governor said, "This is what we're going to do."
Yeah,
in Texas. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these justices, Alito, can crawdad out of this. Because I think you're right. It could give 5 more seats in the House from them gerrymandering Texas.
I see the gerrymandering backfiring.
So do I. So do I. Absolutely. That's where I was going with it. So.
But it doesn't surprise me.
Me either.
The Supreme Court, nothing really surprises.
It just makes me wonder whose pockets some of those justices are in, and we know the answer to that.
Right.
Okay, but by the way, once Trump is gone and Vance is gone, I see a brand new court that's going to be unbiased. I see Roe v. Wade being reinstated. I see affirmative action coming back, and a lot of these rulings about presidential immunity and all that stuff, I see those being overturned as well with a new court. So
I just heard that the court will be reformed.
there you go. And term limits too for the justices. They have to change the Constitution for that. It's hard to do, but it can be done. Okay.
The thing is when Trump is gone, the whole Republican Party is going to implode.
Well, it's imploding already. It's unraveling already.
But when he's gone, I actually feel some will kind of go back more towards the middle.
There you go. Okay, help me, Jesus, too. Will the ballots from the Tennessee election be hand counted given the statistical anomalies found today? What do you think? I see hand counting.
Do you feel a recount?
I see hand counting, yes.
Let's see, I'm not picking up a recount.
I see a recount, but I don't think it's going to change the outcome, unfortunately. I don't know what statistical anomalies they found today. I'll have to look it up. I haven't had time to look at anything. I just finished with a client and I'm jump right in here.
Yeah. I hadn't heard about any anomalies found, but I will say on the day that it happened, I went live and I had gotten really great cards for the Democrat in the past, but I did feel that day that I didn't feel like it was going to go her way. And even if there was some anomalies, and I'm not saying that there isn't, I still think that she would have came up short. It's just what I'm picking up.
Okay. All right.
But that being said, a Trump district that was 22 points for Trump, narrowing that much,
That's right.
Republicans are scared.
Oh, Trump is scared. He's very well now. He's got a feather in his cap, thinking, well, because Alito put a stay on the lower court's decision about the unfair map drawing in Texas. Trump is thinking, he's going to start. What's the word I'm looking for? Strutting around, but he's still running. He's still scared.
I don't know if this is true or not. Somebody in the chat said the Tennessee guy has already been sworn in office. Imagine that. Adelita Grijalva had to wait 2 months to get sworn in, but the Republican gets elected. He's probably sworn in the next day.
Doesn't the hypocrisy just, well, you know what Johnson would say? Well, because the House was in session.
Yeah, imagine that.
Right. All right. Yeah, right.
Hypocrisy is crazy.
Just like that. Okay. Laura in Austin says, SCOTUS just agreed to allow Texas to use its new voting maps in 2026. Will California be able to balance this out? Yes.
Yeah. I think there's some lawsuits trying to change the redistricting in California. The thing is if Texas and other states can gerrymander, how can the Supreme Court say that California can't when it was actually, they had an election, right? The people actually decided that.
Yeah, because if the court says that, then it would just be discriminatory. But what the thing that they were arguing in front of the court in Texas was that the drawing lines was prejudiced, that it was kind of racist, and the court said no. Yeah. But the California thing they could say is different because it was on the ballot. But you know what? If they allow Texas to do it and not California, then boy, people are really going to be up in arms.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either. Because then that would mean that the court is discriminating against one state over the other.
Yeah. Even with the gerrymandering, I will say in 2026, the midterm elections, I do feel the House going blue. The Senate feels like it's closer, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic that the Senate's going to go blue as well.
I sense the same thing, Kevin. Okay, Stargazer 78. Did the FBI arrest the right person for the bombs on January 6th? Can you see what the outcome is likely to be? I didn't know that anybody had been arrested because I've been busy all day. But
can somebody in the chat post if they remember or if they know the guy's name that they arrested? Because I did hear about this and I felt a little cautious that this administration would go after somebody for the January 6th. To me, it almost feels like it's
set up. Yeah, that's what I was picking up too.
So I want to throw a couple cards.
All right.
I saw they did post a name, Connie. I saw it earlier. I just don't remember what the name was.
I didn't see it because
Brian Cole.
Brian Cole. I have to look at it. I still see a couple more people involved.
Mm-hmm.
I see 2 more people involved, in fact.
Yeah, there's something sketchy about this. Because I have the moon and the judgment. So it's almost like to defer attention, but there's something murky with the moon here. Imprisonment with the eight of swords. To me, it almost feels like everything that they do is just kind of a distraction to get the news off of the election, to get the news off Epstein stuff, right?
Yeah, you know what? The same with the thing in Venezuela. Oh, they're smuggling drugs. That boat that they bombed, that's not a drug boat. I didn't think that at all. And so I gotta laugh. And the reason I think that they did away with those 2 survivors clinging for their lives on debris was because they knew if they had taken them in, those 2 survivors, those 2 people that unfortunately died would have talked and they would have said, we're not running drugs. So, there's that smells fishy too. No pun intended. So,
well, what do you think? Well, since you're bringing up the
well, I brought it up because of this.
Okay. What do you think is going to happen with Hegseth?
I ultimately see him convicted in a world court for crimes against humanity, and now they're trying to blame the admiral or whatever, and they're throwing everybody under a bus. But my guides tell me, and we all know that Hegseth did give that order. But who did it come from? Hegseth? No, it came from the Cheeto.
See, I actually feel like it came from Hegseth.
Cheeto knew about it.
But I agree with you. I almost feel like the Signalgate stuff, though, is not done. And I actually feel like that's what's really going to get him first over the international stuff.
Yep. Scully, since I don't understand why Trump is giving order to bomb drug boats in Venezuela. Well, number one, who says they're drugs, but drug boats? Trump did, but I doubt that. When he has pardoned drug criminals, yeah, he just pardoned that one guy that, what was it, billions of dollars worth of coke smuggled into the country.
Right, it's not about drugs.
Trump is after divert, deceive, smoke screen. This whole thing in Venezuela is nothing more than a smoke screen to divert attention away from the Epstein files, right?
Well, I think he wants their resources. He wants their oil too,
and also wanting their oil
and regime change.
But he's not going to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Jill. Thank you. Okay. Here.
Can I just share something with you, Mel?
Yes, go ahead.
I feel like all of this Trump madness is coming to a conclusion soon.
I do too. It's unraveling. Glenn Kirshner said there's one thread left and it's unraveling, and I agree with that.
I feel like he'll be out by spring, like by March is what I'm feeling. I actually feel within the next couple months, if not.
I saw Mike Johnson being ousted too.
Yes, I agree. It's going to be a you-know-what show. Do you feel like the government's going to go back into a shutdown?
I do.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I think he's removed.
Right.
Well, there's a bunch of Republicans in the House threatening to quit or not run for a re-election. Do you feel like if a bunch of Republicans drop out, that the House could even switch?
Well, that's why they want all these. That's why Trump is telling the red states to redraw their political lines, because it's the only hope he's got for saving the House, or for keeping the House Republican in the midterms. But you're right, and I've said this too. He can try it, but it's going to blow up in his face. I've got a feeling the House will go blue before even the midterms.
Yeah.
That's what I pick up.
Mm-hmm. Well, when he first got in there, I remember I felt like the House was going to go blue before, like he was going to be removed and it would flip. But I think that I was wrong on the timing aspect. I think it's the timing now.
Well, timing is difficult for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But
energy's kind of go in and out of flow, so timing changes.
And I think behind the scenes, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is spearheading a bunch of stuff against Trump.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I do see Republicans leaving the House a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So even let's say that Texas did gain 5 seats in the midterms, it still wouldn't tip the balance, because there's so many Republicans are going to be exiting that it's going to be a lot more than 5 seats open.
But I think that a few red seats that they aren't redistricting will actually go blue.
I see that too.
Cities in there, so maybe they get 2 seats and not gain 2.
Well, I see a lot of, yeah, you're right. So they're thinking Texas would gain 5 more Senate seats, House seats, but I think they would only maybe gain 2, possibly 3. So, but it's going to blow up in their faces. This is going to make people. It's going to galvanize people more to say, wait a minute. This court, not all the justices, but some of them are in Trump's pocket, and we have to get out and vote because we're tired of this dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
And
people are struggling. I mean, the grocery and inflation prices are crazy too. That's where I see, and the Epstein stuff, that's where I see his base starting to really lose. He's going to lose support with his own base.
the Epstein stuff seems like, for a while it's been quiet, but it's just simmering right now.
Oh,
It's going to come out full force. There's a lot of stuff coming out about that. They tried to squelch those records, the file being let out, but I see leakages. I see it's going to be huge when it comes out. Back to the grocery store. It's funny. I bought a chuck roast about this size. It was like 2 or 3 pounds. It was almost like $19 or $20. 2 or 3 years ago, I could have gotten that same one for $10.
Yeah.
Or maybe $8. So this is crazy, and people are getting tired, and the cuts to the SNAP programs and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Well, and all of the MAGA families are coming together for the holidays too. And I can guarantee you they're talking about prices for dinner and how much more Christmas is costing them this year, right?
My feeling is the whole MAGA movement is beginning to crumble.
I think so too. Can I make a comment real quick?
Yes.
And I meant to actually do it when we went live, but everybody, if you could all make sure that you hit the thumbs up for this video, and after it posts, please leave a comment and check your subscription with YouTube, because YouTube's been pretty funny about unsubscribing our followers. And I've had a few people say that they've resubscribed multiple times and are still being unsubscribed. So please make sure that you're subscribed to Mel's channel. And I would appreciate it if you double check and make sure you're subscribed to my channel too. But hit the thumbs up and leave a comment, because it helps with these algorithms.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm sorry. I'm checking something.
Is it with this question, or can I pull up another question?
Well, we've already answered that. There's, I think, a couple others involved, but I just want to say this right here. Why is Trump blowing up so-called drug boats in Argentina? It's not Argentina, it's Venezuela.
Yeah.
And so.
And we already just answered that question too.
Yeah, we did. Right. Okay. Okay, here.
So do we think that Tennessee elections were fair? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I mean, there's always manipulation. And the thing is if their map wasn't so gerrymandered, that they had to split Nashville up, I think, into 3 different districts.
Right. So
I do feel like there was a little bit.
I do see a recount, and but unfortunately, it's not going to change the outcome. But let's focus on, look at how many points Trump won that district by, and now look at how it's narrowed. So that tells you right there, in a way, it was a win for the Democrats, but it tells you that people are dissatisfied with this regime.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, if there was manipulation, and I feel like there was some, and of course, all of the ways that they disenfranchise people from voting, I still think, because the district's so gerrymandered, I still think that she would have just came up short.
Okay. By the way, I'm feeling that there's going to be another Trump-appointed special prosecutor or something like that. This is the 5th or the 6th that's going to say their appointment was illegal. So
interesting. Can I tell you, I got the strangest hit last week, and let me know if it resonates with you. I have to be careful with how I say this on YouTube, but I feel like there's going to be another attempt, an unaliving attempt. I don't know if it's for Trump. I actually wasn't picking up who it was for, but I feel like there's another, like CK, or I don't know if it's Democrat or Republican, but I feel like there's another attempt. Actually, it feels like it might be successful too.
Okay.
Just putting it out there. I don't know if that resonates with you. I hope I'm wrong with that, obviously. But
wait, repeat it one more time again. I'm sorry.
That there'll be another unaliving attempt for somebody.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Another unaliving attempt. I don't want to say the word.
Oh! I got you. I got you. um, yeah, I know. We have to be careful with that.
Hmm.
And I'll just leave it as it rests. How's that?
You're saying everything without saying anything.
You got it.
Like I said, I hope I'm wrong, but I was picking that up really strong last week.
Okay. Okay. Espantinato says, hello, Mel and Kevin. And the earthquake that we are going to experience in the near future, is it going to affect the Azores Islands in Portugal? I'm not picking that up. I'm not feeling that at all.
I feel like there's some minor ones, but it doesn't feel like it's like big significant ones.
Right.
Not anything crazy.
Okay.
But this actually feels like it might be a couple years away.
Okay. Tita's mom, I think. Hi, Mel and Kevin. Who will resign or be fired first in Trump's cabinet? Mike Johnson is not in his cabinet, but is in his hip pocket. I see Mike Johnson gone. I see Hegseth gone. Ultimately, once Trump is out of office, I see Pam Bondi tried and convicted of obstruction of justice and abuse of power. And the same with Kash Patel. I see, what's the guy's name? Stephen Miller? I see him gone.
Yeah. I feel like everybody that's associated with Trump, the thing is, who knows about Trump with his health or, if he's got presidential immunity, which at some point I see the Supreme Court.
That'll change.
That, but he'll probably be long gone by the time that happens. But everybody that was associated with him, they don't have the same immunity, and I don't see them being pardoned either.
I don't either. No.
I feel like Kash Patel will be the first one out. But I have a funny feeling with Kash Patel. He may resign, and I actually feel like he may actually totally flip on Trump in the administration and share a lot of the stuff that he knows to try to save himself.
Ooh, whoa. I got cold chills on that one. Oh, wow.
But I do see Hegseth leaving too. I almost feel like Kash Patel will be the first one out.
I'm also kind of picking up that because of what's going on with MAGA and the whole Marjorie Taylor Greene movement and all that stuff. I mean, I watched her resignation speech and I found it disingenuous, and I felt that it was more like she was on a campaign trail. She talked about how people did those things to her, but yet she didn't talk about the stuff she said about everybody else that caused them a lot of problems. But I've got a funny feeling that Trump is going to disavow himself from MAGA.
Who's going to disavow?
Trump is disavowing himself from MAGA. So a lot of the MAGA people that Marjorie Taylor Greene will get in her corner, he's going to say that MAGA did this and they did that and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, he's going to. I feel it already.
Well, and I felt like it would, this whole Venezuela, but like I said, to me, it feels like it's even more than just the attacks on the boats. I feel like it's like the signal and like giving documents and communications with our adversaries. I feel Trump throwing Hegseth under the bus.
Oh, totally. Absolutely. They're already throwing the general under the bus.
Yeah.
He would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, look at what he did. Look at how he turned on Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
He'll turn on anybody. Look how he turned on Elon Musk. And I think behind the scenes, Elon Musk is working against Trump too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's supposedly they're chummy again, but to me that feels like it's very surface. I don't feel like either of them trust each other.
Right? I don't know how chummy they are, but okay. Give me 1 second. Okay.
But I will say to Bunny's question, I see Hegseth being prosecuted. Yes.
So do I. Okay, this is a good one. Rosie says Supreme Court allows Texas to use gerrymander map. Do you see James Tallarico defeating John Cornyn?
I actually really like James Tellerico, and I think he may get the nomination. Now, John Cornyn's I guess Ken Paxton's running up against him, and supposedly Paxton is supposedly doing better with the polling right now. But I almost hope it is Paxton that beats Cornyn, because I feel with Paxton, a Democrat will have an easier chance winning.
I see. Well, Abbott can't run again, but I see.
Yes, he can. They don't have term limits.
I'm sorry.
He's running again. They don't have term limits, I don't believe.
Well, let's see how they'll count the ballots.
Mm-hmm.
But I see Texas going purple. Ken Paxton's another one. They were investigating him and it kind of went away. But I see reinvestigations of Paxton, and I see him having a lot more legal issues, and for voter fraud and tampering and things like that, lots of legal issues around him. And I see a conviction for him.
I feel like James Tallarico is like, what's the saying? Is it like a dark horse in the race?
Right.
Like he's a bit of the underdog, but up for the challenge. And I feel like he's really smart and intelligent and connects with a lot of people. And I think if James Tallarico becomes the nominee, I think he has a good chance of winning that race.
Let's don't underestimate Tallarico.
Yes.
And I'll tell you who else is going to come front and center is Beto. He's coming back too. Maybe not for this race, but politically, I see him coming back.
Yeah, maybe even like a cabinet thing to start.
That's what I'm thinking. Yep. Okay. Some of these questions I'm just going to skip over because I don't want to implicate anybody, and we have to be really careful with YouTube. So,
yep.
Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. Robert Hartman, 1974. Okay. Hi, Kevin and Mel. Maine has issued Paul LePage, and now another Republican Party guy getting in, and Jared Golden leaving. Do you see the Democrat other guy winning, or LePage, or that other Republican? I see a Democrat winning.
I'm confused. Jared Golden, I think he's in like a red district, but he's a pretty conservative Democrat, I think. Honestly, I'm not sure who's all running in that race, so I'm not getting a clear hit one way or the other right
I
now.
feel the Democrat other guy winning. I don't know who that is. That's what I pick up.
Okay.
I don't know what Linda Surmeyer, how will Charlie Kirk's accuser be found guilty or innocent? You mean the person that?
Well, supposedly anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Said supposedly anyway.
I
mean, Kash
don't
Patel.
No, somebody in this country is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what I'll say is supposedly Kash Patel found the suspect twice and arrested them and had to release them because they didn't have the right suspects. So
that's exactly where I was going with it. All right. It's sketchy. The evidence is way too sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Laura in Austin. Admiral Bradley went before Congress to talk about what happened with the Venezuelan sailors. We have to be careful of the verbiage we use.
Mm-hmm.
He said Hegseth never ordered this. Now they are saying they were trying to save themselves to sell drugs. What? That makes no sense. How would somebody clinging to debris from a boat know what their motives were? That they were trying to save themselves to sell drugs? That makes no sense to me.
Well, and the thing is I believe that was the admiral that Hegseth and Trump were both trying to throw under the bus and blame. So I guess if Hegseth never made that order, he's the one to blame. I don't feel like they're trying to wiggle their way out of this, but I feel more and more information coming out. The story's not going to just go away. It's going to continue to grow and get bigger.
All these guys are trying to save themselves to sell drugs. No, they were trying to save themselves because their boat was blown out of the water and they were hanging onto debris trying to survive.
Yeah, and I don't care what he says. I do feel like the order did come directly from Hegseth. And I think we're going to find that out.
And how would anybody know, that ordered that strike, that the survivors in the water, what their motives were, that they were trying to save themselves to sell drugs? What did they call them before they hey, what's your motive? What's going on?
Not funny, but yeah.
I mean, it's terrible. That insults my intelligence. It does. It really does. Okay. Here, Starfish Believer, thank you so much. Will NATO be resurrected after Trump departs? NATO never went anywhere. NATO's alive and well and strong, and it's going to get stronger.
I do feel after Trump's gone, the U.S. will be more of an active member, but I think it's going to take a couple years for our allies to actually kind of be more open to us.
It'll take years, Kevin, to repair the damage that Trump has done.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Acadian Proud. Let's see. Please keep first responders and emergency managers in your thoughts and prayers. Please send them strength. Oh, our first responders, I have the highest regard for.
Yeah.
Ultimate regard for. And I'm always sending them white light and protection. So, all right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Layla KP, what? Okay. What is the whole purpose of gutting all federal agencies? No social services. I'm laughing for a reason.
Well, I think for some of them, like the cruelty is the point, but it's obviously the Republicans want small government,
See,
or privatize everything.
They say they want small government, but they want to privatize everything. But then because by cutting these programs, they're taking all this money away and they're making even better tax breaks.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's all about pleasing their donors and
right,
and filling their pockets.
Exactly. That's what it's about. And the American people are tired of it, and they're going to get a lot more PO'd by this, I'm telling you.
Oh, for sure. Well, they're not. Most Americans aren't very happy with where the country is right now.
No, they're not, Kevin. You're right. Okay. Luci DeLisi says, how do you feel at this point? POTUS will be physically and mentally. How do you feel at this point? POTUS will be physically and mentally at the time of the State of the Union. Will he be able to deliver it, or will he cancel it? No, he'll deliver it, but he won't stay on script. It'll be some disjointed rambling stuff that.
When is the State of the Union usually? Is it February, March?
I don't know, but he won't cancel it. He'll give it, but it'll be totally disjointed. Okay, thank you so much, Carol Phillips. All right. Let me just go.
Not going to be doing very well.
I'm sorry.
I don't even. You know what? Like I said, I don't even know if he's even in there still. He's got the Four of Swords here, which is like the coffin, but resting. It's like he's trying to fight for his life because I feel like a lot of people are coming at him. And then he's got the Fool card here too, so it's almost like a new beginning on the horizon, or just being a bit foolish if he does carry it out. His health is just going to continue to deteriorate. I swear, every time I see him talk, or see him, live, he's asleep the whole time now, or just he's never made a whole lot of sense. But it's just gotten a lot worse.
What does this remind you of, Kevin?
But he's sure up all night rage tweeting, right?
Yeah, right.
Untruth socialing,
Well, what changed,
right?
Okay. Kathy Reagans, hello, handsome aloha duo. Question, do you both see Zelensky overseeing the rebuilding of Ukraine once the war is ended?
I feel like he's tired, and he's when the war is over, I actually see him wanting to step down. I don't see him wanting to rebuild. He will rebuild, but not as the leader.
But I tell you what he won't allow. If Putin is still around, he won't allow some Russian dictator to put a puppet into Ukraine.
Oh,
And
for sure. He's not going anywhere in the meantime. I'm just saying, when he's able to, and it's safe for his country, I feel him being exhausted.
he's building a coalition with the European Union and with NATO right now. And I'll tell you something. When Russia says, basically what Russia is saying is, you have to give us everything we want, and we're not going to make any concessions, under the guise that they're making concessions. Wrong.
Right.
I see Ukraine getting those areas back, like Crimea, and those areas that Putin took that didn't belong to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
I see I see Zelensky saying no. And furthermore, Putin, we want 50% of the minerals. They're still touting that song and dance. And Zelensky's going to go, no. Why should Ukrainian minerals go in Putin's pocket or Russia's pocket? They're going to be like, no, that stuff stays here. And Donald Trump is pushing it because he's got his hand under the table too. Entertainment purposes only.
Well, this whole peace deal that supposedly Trump and his administration's working out, they didn't even do anything. They just took it from Russia,
which, by the way, was illegal.
Well, they just took the same plan and what Russia was agreeing to. Ukraine's not going to agree to that.
Well, no, but one of those that Putin proposed to Zelensky came right from Putin and was just translated from Russian into English.
Yeah.
Under the
exactly right from Putin.
But I don't know who it was I heard, but some lawyers were saying that's illegal. So it's impeachable, actually.
Yeah.
So,
even if they had some kind of peace deal, I don't see Putin honoring it right now.
I don't either, Kevin. I don't. Let me see. Do we have any more starred here? I don't know. Let me see. Let me get back to live. Okay.
I've been starring questions, but a lot of them are the same questions that we've already read on.
I know. Let me just scroll all the way down here.
I have some questions here.
Well, I just want to see if we got any super stickers. Here. Oh, here's one. A grand jury has declined to re-indict Letitia James. Yay. Will Trump and the DOJ find something else to use against her or leave it alone?
They'll try to, but I don't see them being successful with it.
They're going to try 2 or 3 more shenanigans with it, and also with Comey, but it's not going to go anywhere. And just like when Trump says, I'm going to go after Clinton, I'm going to go after this one, when the Epstein files were out, he didn't do anything. So I'm sure some of those people were like, bring it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do feel like they're just throwing a couple of cards. Like, it's not like it's all over yet. They're going to try to find something else, but I don't see them being successful there.
Right.
For Comey or for James.
Here, let's see here. I'm searching.
I have a question for you. So it's supposedly she hasn't came out and said it, but Nancy Mace is threatening to step down from Congress. And like I said, I feel like there's more. Now she's trying to walk that back. But do you feel like she's going to step down?
She threatens, but I don't see it. But I do see a total of 9 people walking.
Excuse me. She's not happy. She's tired of being pushed around. It's like she's feeling oppressed and bullied here, and she's like ready to go on the attack to fight for herself. I feel some changes coming in. I don't feel like it's immediate, but she may step down, and because I have the death card, which is an ending, but it's kind of like waiting for the right opportunity, or if they're going to continue to diminish her, she's going to do it, I think.
All right. I think we've got time for one more. I have to cut it short a little bit tonight because, so let's see. Let me find one. Let me look.
We get so many conspiracy theory questions. Somebody asked, can we feel where Jeffrey E is? He's dead.
Oh yeah, that's why I scroll. I do not.
I've read on it so many times. He's dead.
I don't answer conspiracy theory questions. And that sounds cocky on my part, and I don't mean to sound arrogant. I just, I like to get to, the current events and those. Okay, let's see here. Oh goodness, here. I'm looking, but I can't find any.
Will there be another government shutdown if the GOP doesn't support health insurance for Americans? Will Dems hold the line this time?
This time they will hold the line. They're not gonna cave in. And Trump can try to blame it on them, but they're gonna squarely say, absolutely not. I heard James Carville, however you say his name. He said that we need to get Democrats that are more fiery. And I had said that a long time ago, and people gave me a bunch of flack for it. And he's right. But I see this new breed of Democrats coming in that are going to be running. They're going to be fiery, and Democrats are really, and independents are going to be stepping up and really letting their voices be heard. Politicians anyway. So, and I see the Dems becoming a lot more proactive as opposed to reactive. And that's the lesson they need to learn. Because reactive, no. Now we need to be proactive.
Well, and meet the moment, the importance of the moment, I feel like.
That's right.
I do feel like there's a short shutdown, but I do see those healthcare subsidies, something getting passed with that. But it feels like it's after the end of this year, so I don't know how that's going to work. It feels like it's going to be a mess.
Oh, it's going to be a mess, but
and people are not going to be happy.
Everybody with healthcare subsidies, don't get nervous. I mean, prices will go sky high, but remember, Trump is not going to be in office that long, nor will J.D. Vance. And once they're gone, a lot of this stuff, much of this stuff, is going to be reversed that Trump has done. I see, my guys are showing me when a Democratic president, or it could be even an independent, gets to the White House, the first thing he or she is going to do is issue an executive order that overturns all of Trump's executive orders.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to clean up the mess, though.
Oh, it will. You're right. Okay. Here, Deborah Robinson. How long before Russell Vought will be gone?
I have no idea who that is.
I don't either, but I see the number 9, so it could be 9 days, 9 weeks. Okay. What about Jack Smith?
What about Jack Smith? Can I tell you? I actually felt like his like some of his work, like the documents case, I actually felt like he had a plan in works and that it was going to somehow get released. I don't feel like we've heard the end of Jack Smith.
We haven't. He's going to be front and center again. And I tell you what else is going to come front and center at some point is going to be the Mueller report as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
Somebody just asked, do we see Mark Kelly maybe running for president in 2028? I think he may run. I don't see him as president, though.
I don't see him running as president, but I see him running, and my feeling is he'll win. Not for president, something else.
I think he may run for president, though. I don't see him being successful with that.
No, he won't be successful as president, no. But I tell you who I see is going to throw his hat in the ring, and if he does, he'll win, is Newsom.
I'm not sure who's going to be the nominee, but I do see Newsom running.
Right?
I don't see him as VP either.
No, I don't.
No, I like Mark Kelly. I think he would be a great president, but I'm just not picking that up.
I don't see him as president at all. Okay. Let's see. Here, this is a good one. Prowling 684 Kit Kat says, "Aloha oi, Mel and Kevin. Hello, aloha, aloha. Why is Dumpty falling asleep on the job and just can't sleep at night?" Because he's old and feeble.
Because he's loaded with stimulants, so he's up all night. Well, and there's a cognitive decline there too. So it's just like he's exhausted because he doesn't sleep.
Says, "Do you think he's afraid sleeping at nights because he might not wake up?" No, I think he thinks he's infallible and nothing's going to happen to him. But anyway, all right. So I think that's about got it for tonight. Unless you can think of anything, Kevin.
No, I think we covered a lot. I think
we did. We answered a lot of questions. Anyway, thanks everybody. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you watching us. Appreciate your participation and your subscriptions. So Kevin, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they do it?
You can go to my website, kevinslovingvibrations.com, and I have my YouTube channel, Kevin's Loving Vibrations.
All righty. And me, www.meldoerr.com or 847-590-5411. Kevin, next week, your channel.
Yes.
Now, maybe I'll be in a red Christmas shirt. I don't know.
No, there you go. And I look forward to chatting more about planning our trip to Gettysburg next year.
That we will do.
We'll talk about that soon.
All righty. Now I just got to figure out how to work this thing. Here we go. I think we do it this way. Oops, no. Here we go.